What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Friday team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD, from Line Movers. JD, let me just tell everyone in the chat, everyone who's here, peel back the curtain a little bit. JD called me yesterday morning before the show. He was supposed to be on. And let me tell you, this guy sounded like a train ran him over. But you bounced back pretty quick, brother, because you sound fantastic today. The people missed you yesterday. We have a ton of bets to go over. But before we do all of that, how are you today, brother?
Good, man. Yeah, I don't know what yesterday was, dude. It was, like I said, you like said, I like sounded horrible. I felt horrible. I was like, this is the wrong time to be getting sick. But yeah, man, this morning I woke up and bam, I was fine. So, yeah, not sure what that was, but I'm glad it was only a one-day thing.
Me too.
But yeah, man, good, man. I am excited. Football is definitely back. And this weekend, man, we have some great games to go over. So
I'm excited to do it.
How are you?
I'm good, brother. I am good. Excited to dive into the slate. Yesterday was an interesting day. So let's go into the recap so we can kind of talk about how yesterday was, because that really dictates how I am today. My day usually is dictated by how the day before went. Let's just be honest. So, JD, let's dive a little bit into our Thursday recap on a Friday afternoon. For me, Gerald put it in there. Best bets, 0 for 3. Disaster. But at the same time, I did give out my entire college football 5-play card yesterday. We did go 2 and 3 on that. Not a great day. Not a catastrophe of a day, but it wasn't great. Nebraska late really needed them to cover that -6.5. That was an interesting game there. The Rutgers game, everyone who had the over, great call there. Rutgers did not play well. They pulled out a win, but that game basically went over in the first half. So you and Hefe gave out that over. Great call there. Great read on that one. I had a very good play yesterday. We took Miami of Ohio on their team total under 10.5. They didn't score any points in that one, so I was happy about that. But not the best day overall. We're ready to dive into the weekend and have a monster start to our Labor Day weekend. JD, how did you do yesterday, brother?
I had a profitable day, which was very good.
Gerald, come on. I gave out all my plays. We did go 2 and 3. It wasn't a catastrophe. Check the page. We're going to get it back today. Let's have a big night.
But yeah, this week, after being, hot for basically 2 months, this week has not been good. It's not been good. But yesterday was a good day. So definitely getting back on track here. Really, the only thing yesterday, as far as the ECU and the NC State game, that was the only one I got wrong, but still, they could have scored a lot more points in that game. And
it was a terrible game, by the way. I was on ECU. That was one of my winners for the day, so I enjoyed that one. But man, that was a weird game.
It was a very sloppy game. That at the end of the game, that I was actually mad. So actually, ECU was about to score. They literally should have scored and actually tied that game. But their call on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 to me made no sense.
A screen pass on 4th and 1,
short of the stick. What? Huh? And then actually 3rd and 1, you're gonna run it right in the same hole where you've been getting stuffed all damn game. Well, what happened? You're gonna get stuffed again. So anyway, those last 2 play calls made no sense. But anyway, besides that, everything kind of went pretty actually much like how I thought it would. But yeah, man, it was good. Definitely ready to talk about today's games and then tomorrow's games. So.
All right. Let's see. Gerald's giving out something here. What do you like here, Gerald? Let's see here. Line, do you think maybe San Diego State over Stony Brook -20.5? I haven't looked too deep into that game, but I will check that out. Thank you for the input, Gerald. JD, have you looked into that game yet? SDSU versus Stony Brook?
That's a game that I'm not going to look at. As far as in college, just for some people to know here, as far as college football and then especially as far as college basketball goes, there are so many teams.
Yeah.
And I try to stick to certain ones and actually to certain groups. Because I feel like if you just try to look at everything actually every day, it's just way too many teams and it's very hard to keep up, like actually truly keep up with actually like that many teams. So
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Did that game happen yesterday? Gerald said he played it yesterday. Not sure if the game has happened yet. We'll pull that up in a minute. Other comments here that we have from Tater. The Boise State game was absolutely wild. JD came in the chat yesterday and told everyone that Boise State team really can't play in the heat, and that proved true in Florida in that game. And by the way, it was South Florida, right?
Yeah.
Did you know South Florida is not in South Florida? It's in Tampa, which is nowhere near South Florida. That one kind of took me for a bit of a surprise. It's a little odd there. But that was an interesting game there. They looked terrible. There's no other way to describe how Boise State looked. They looked terrible. And JD, before we dive into today's games, Gerald did cash that. Well done, Gerald. Well done. 45-0. Excellent. Love to see that. Back to that game. We kind of learned a lot yesterday from college football, from a lot of different games. JD, one thing I think I learned from a lot of it is teams that are returning the bulk of their core on offense or defense or both, going up against a team that's full of high transfer targets, maybe a very good recruiting class, maybe a more talented team. But the team that played together longer with the guys that have kind of continuous games with each other played the best yesterday. I don't know if you saw that as well, JD. That's something that you took in from watching these games. But that's definitely something I took out of the games. Did you notice that from anything?
Yeah, definitely. And it's going to be different. Like with some of the games, with some of these teams, with some of your top ranked teams, it's not going to be quite the same way just because because those guys, just their level is just really high.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be quite the same, but with your lower level schools, yes, there does. I mean, you can definitely find a big edge there. So
100%. 100%. I'm with you 1,000%, JD. And we've kind of learned that. We saw the teams that returned the most guys played kind of the best yesterday. I think that's going to continue, at least in week one. It's going to take a couple teams that have a whole new lineup to really perform at the ability that they're going to for the season. So, JD, I think it's time we get into a little breakdown, brother. We have a ton of games we're going over today. We're going to start in the MLB. So let's go over to the association. It's not the association. That's the NBA. I don't know why I said that, but we're going over to the MLB. The game we're breaking down today, you guys know this is a college football show. Fridays are our monster college football day, but we still are always going to do some baseball for our baseball viewers out there. We got the Tigers, we got the Royals. Pitching for your Detroit Tigers is Chris Paddock. Chris Paddock is 5-11 with a 4.98 ERA and a 1.26 whip. On the other side is Mr. Lugo, Seth Lugo. He's 8-6, 3.99 ERA and a 1.24 whip. JD, this Royals team has been storming over the last couple of weeks, not even just specifically recently, like with their current week that they're in, but they've been making a push for the postseason, and they've been doing a really good job playing at home where they are today. They are 36-30 on the year at home. The Tigers are coming into this game losers of 4 consecutive games. They just got swept by, Oakland, by the Athletics. The Athletics, not a great team. They're not a bad offense, but they have a really bad pitching staff, and this Tigers team should not have been swept by them. They're coming in off a game 2 days ago. They lost 7-0. Royals are coming in this winners of 2 consecutive games. They've won 3 of their last 4, and as I said, they've been the hotter team as of late. JD, all that being said, we got the Tigers, we got the Royals. What do you got in this one?
Yeah, just as far as the Royals, just as a team, they are somebody that I am trying to back. They are a team that's playing well, and they're playing for an actual wild card spot. So they are a team that I am looking to back. Am I just going to back them every game? Of course not. But there are certain spots I am. Well, this game here, as far as the Tigers, like you said, the Tigers just got swept by the A's. As far as their offense, wasn't really the problem. I do believe in the last game, I believe they did actually put up no runs. But as far as
7-0.
But as far as the games before that, they actually did still put up runs. As far as their pitching, has just not been good. The Tigers is as far as right after the All-Star break, this was one of the teams that we actually broke down and said, as far as the second half of the season is not going to be nearly as good as their first half. And we're like definitely actually like seeing this now.
Yep, we called it.
But start off here with the road team. Dylan, yep, you're going to see my play kind of goes along with actually that some here. But for the Tigers on the mound today, we have a guy. We're going to call him Chris Padlock because it's a lock that he's going to give up runs here. He is going to get hit. He just saw
He
this
sucks.
Royals team, and he somehow only gave up 1 earned run. So now seeing him back-to-back starts, this is a spot that I love. Today, I believe he is going to give up runs here. Then on the other side, as far as Seth Lugo goes, he has just been in poor form.
Yep.
He also just saw this Tigers team his last start, except he did get hit his last start. He gave up 6 hits and 6 earned runs. Once again, the second time in the same week, I'm expecting them to get to him also. This is a game where I bet this total. I bet it big last night. It has moved up a half run now. It is at 9. I still like this over 9. I wouldn't play it as big as I played, my match play last night. But
Absolutely.
this is still a play at over 9 because I have this at 10. I really think this number should be 10. So when I had a full run and a half off last night, it was a play I had to jump on. So
Totally get that. Totally get that. I'm going to jump into my play on this game, guys. One thing I want to talk about is Chris Paddock. I know JD brought it up. Padlock. This guy's terrible. I mean, there's no other way to put it. He had a nice, decent start last time against the Royals. They did get the win. However, in this start today, I am going to be back in the Royals in the money line. I do think the Royals are the right side here. Let's take a look at Paddock's road numbers on the road this year, which is where he's pitching today. He's 2-6 on the season with a 5.67 ERA. On the season overall, he has a 4.98 ERA. But on the road, a 5.67. So his ERA balloons an extra 0.7 when he already did not have a good ERA. Like I said, his overall record is 2-6 as well on the road. On the year, he's 5-11. He's not a winning pitcher. He has not been a winning pitcher in his entire career. When they traded for him, I thought it was very interesting because just don't think he's the type of guy when you're making a push like the Tigers were doing, that's the guy you want to bring into your rotation and rely heavily on. To me, he's just not that type of pitcher. He's a very low-end guy at best, to be honest with you. And I do think that this Royals team will be able to hit them at home. They're in the better form. The Tigers have been on a straight downfall slide basically since the All-Star break. You guys remember how great they were in the first half? How automatic they were, especially at home? That's changed. That has changed completely. So for me, I'm going to be on the Royals. They're definitely the right side in my opinion, and you can get them at a -125. Definitely my favorite play in all of the MLB today. JD, we only scheduled to do one MLB game today because this is the big college football show. But our guy Mason Moody, who's here every day supporting us, is asking us for a homer play because he's got a boost that looks like on MGM. JD, have you dove into any home run action today? Any spots you're targeting? Any homer props?
I was not, but I did see his comment, and I have been looking here. What is the number for a Vinny Pasquantino home run?
Well, let me pull it up because I had the Yankees props up because there is one I like in that game. But let me bring this one back up so I can bring up the Royals props here. Pasquantino, for him to hit a home run, +470.
Yep. No, there's mine.
I'll pick one in this game as well. I was going to go the Yankee game because that is a high total, and they are expecting a lot of homers on the Yankee side in that game with the way the line is based. But let's take a look at this one. I'm going to target someone on the Royal side as well.
Okay.
I think I'm not going to go Bobby Witt. That's the cop-out answer. I also like Pasquantino to +470. But if I were to pick one from this game, for you, Moody, I'm going Salvi Perez, +400. Salvi's been good as late. I could definitely see him going deep and giving up and going yard here. Let's see here. Sorry, I screwed up there because I was reading a comment. Jimmy, can someone help me understand how Warren gave up a grand slam but didn't receive one earned run for the homer at least? Did you see that, JD?
I did not. I actually have no idea what he's talking about there. So
yeah, let me pull it up. I didn't watch the Yankee game last night with all the football on. They won 10-4. Let's see here. So, Will Warren gave up 0 earned runs on the game. The grand slam was in the second inning. So let's see what happened in the second inning.
If he gave up
bear
a
with me
home
one
run,
moment.
I was about to say, if he gave up a home run, I don't know how that could be 0 earned runs.
Yeah, it's really weird. He's here. Vargas hit a homer. He has 0 earned runs in the game. I don't understand that either.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
That's really weird. Maybe there's an error in the scoring, but yeah, it does say here Will Warren went 5 innings. He had 0 earned runs on the game, but in the second inning, they did go yard off him. It was Vargas, homer to left, 401 feet. Caro, Baldwin, and Miradeth scored. So Meadroth, I mean. So I mean, that's weird. I think that must be an error because the homer should definitely be an earned run.
I mean, right. That's what I'm saying. Like actually, how is a home run not an earned run? Like,
100%. That makes no sense here. It must be an error, or else we really don't understand something. But I definitely think that is going to be an error here. Our guy Dylan likes Castellanos, it looks like today. Let's see Castellanos go deep.
Yeah, he does have. That is a very good one there. His like number has to be pretty low. But
this did happen, Joseph, by the way. Yes, there was an error by Volpe per usual. There was a homer with 2 outs. Does that negate the earned run, though?
I don't understand how that would negate the
homer run, right?
Right, the home run. I mean, I understand that if it was with 2 outs, it should have been the 3rd out. But I didn't think that's how scoring worked. And I used to score games, so unless something's changed.
I mean, weirdly, so 2 of the runs that got on base, one was via an error and one was via hit by pitch, but the hit by pitch should count as an earned run as well. So, I mean, I think that's crazy. Not exactly sure, but I think that's a scoring error. Personally, I do think that's a scoring error.
Everybody, go and actually bet that right now.
What, Castellanos?
Yes.
Plus, did anything bad happen in the world yet today?
That should not be plus 500. Definitely bet that. And since we're talking about the Phillies, we got to bring it up, man. Schwarber.
4 bombs.
I mean, that is bombs. There are literally more people that have thrown a perfect game that have actually done that.
And that's a third one this season. That's a third 4-homer game this season. I know Kurtz from the Athletics did it. He did it. And there was one more. Right. Someone else did it this year too. There was a third. There's been 3 players this year who have hit 4 homers in a single game. Was it a Yankee? Hold on. Players to hit 4 homers in a game in 2025. Let's see. Suarez. It was Suarez. That's right. Back in April. Suarez, Kurtz, and Schwarber. First time in MLB history. 3 separate players have hit 4 homers in a game in one season. Did you see the end of that game? He had a shot to break the record at 5. He went up against a field position player, and he popped up. It was like a 59-mile-per-hour pitch, too. He had a real chance to be the first one to do it. I thought he was going to do it, but wasn't able to get it done there. But amazing day for him yesterday, and some interesting stuff in the MLB. All right, JD, that's going to do it for the MLB hour on this show, because as you guys know, this is a college football show. But before we dive into college football, JD, we do have to talk about one football story. Everyone knows what that football story is. It is the biggest trade right before a season for a player of the magnitude of Micah Parsons that I can remember, at least in my lifetime. JD, I'm sorry. We know you may be a Cowboys guy. What do you think?
Yeah, man. At first,
that's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb.
Yeah, I'm not sure at the major league level, but at the high school and college level, that is not how it's scored. So I'm not sure if it's still that way or if that's changed.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I first saw it, I mean, like, you knew something like that was coming just because how everything was working out. But I was still pissed about how did the Cowboys fuck this up. Like,
it was a terrible return. I don't care how they try and spin it. I know the player they got back, the interior lineman, is a good player. I get it. He's a 30-year-old defensive tackle. Period of the story. A 30-year-old interior lineman. And 2 first-round picks, JD, that are going to be in between 20 and 30. For a generational talent, 26 years old, and Micah Parsons, to me, absolutely crazy. We need a little more from you because, unfortunately, we know he's your guy.
Well, because Parsons, like I said, Parsons is that guy. I mean, like, and everybody knows he is that guy because of what he just got paid. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what was going on behind the scenes. That got Parsons actually like to this point, but it was obviously really not good. So So that's what I'm just saying. I'm actually just actually mad just because, like I said, Cowboys just somehow fucked this up.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. And we have a great question here. It's very valid right now. A lot of people are looking at futures with Green Bay. Tater is saying no. He doesn't think Green Bay is going to win the division. But we yet again had that question over here from Thomas. Will Green Bay win the division? JD, thoughts?
I don't think it. No. I
do.
I mean,
I do.
You do? I mean,
I think.
Of course, adding him on. I mean, of course, that is a huge deal. Is that enough to get them there? I still don't believe so.
Dallas freed up money for more players for who? They've already spent all this money on the quarterback who's not as, to be honest, he's not going to produce like the highest paid quarterback in football. He's just not. They also gave the money to CeeDee Lamb. So they have a ton of money on the offensive side, but their defense right now on paper, Dallas has the worst defense in the league. There's no denying that. Their defense looks awful. I do think Green Bay is going to actually make it out of the NFC. I don't think they're going to be just a division champ. I think they're going to make it out of the NFC. This Green Bay team is loaded, especially on the defensive side at all three levels. I think Green Bay is a real threat this year now with the changes they made in the trade yesterday. And I have a bet. I talked about this yesterday. I posted it right after the trade happened. I want to see if the line moved at all because I'm looking at the Eagles team total in game one. The Eagles are playing this Cowboys team. We all know how these players felt about Micah Parsons on the defensive side. They changed their avies on different social media platforms to Micah Parsons. They all showed their support. How are they going to show up in this one when Jerry Jones just did this to their defense, to their team, and gutted it with the best player on that team? I don't think he's the best player on the defense. Micah Parsons was the best player on that team. So let's pull up what the team total still is for the Eagles here, because I think that the Eagles are going to score at least 30 against these guys. I think they're going to boat race them. I don't think the Cowboys are even going to be in this game. So, JD, it is 27.5 is the team total for the Eagles. I think it's a slam dunk and potentially a 3 to 5 unit play. What do you think about
that? I mean, what you're saying definitely makes sense. That's something I haven't quite looked into yet. So that's something that I definitely just need to spend so much time with.
Yeah.
I need to just the Cowboys as a whole now. I need to look at more into and like see some quotes and stuff like that. Really see how this Cowboys team feels actually like about this. Hefe's not locked up.
Are you sure? Have you heard from him today?
Yes, I was just about to say.
Hey, he was scheduled.
He actually literally just sent me a text.
All right, so he's free.
I was about to tell you exactly where he's going to be, but he probably doesn't want me to tell you exactly where he's going to be, sir. But no, he is good.
He's at the U.S. Open. It's huge. You're not going to find him. He's at the U.S. Open, guys, having a great time with the missus. He's going, I believe, to the big match tonight. The Djokovic?
Nope. He's there now, and that's what I was about to say was the match that he's about to be at, but I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, don't give up the actual match he's at. But he's at the U.S. Open. JD was nice and said you could take the day off and enjoy it with the missus and enjoy. Let me tell you something. The U.S. Open tickets were absurd this year. Yeah, it was absolutely absurd. So I won't tell you what.
Jimmy, that comment is awesome. I love the fact that actually you know that.
Not going to put that on the screen, but good for you, Jimmy. Very good for you. Very good for you. Yeah, JD, I mean, like I said, I think the Packers are going to be a very good team this year. I'm taking them in a lot of different ways, and I'm going to be fading Dallas for the foreseeable future, especially with teams scoring against that defense, because I think that defense is awful. When you go up and down that defensive roster, you've heard of 3 people. Legitimately, you've heard of 3 people. So I think they're going to struggle. Sorry to say that, JD, but that is how I feel. It's time. It is time for college football. It is 12:25, and we are just getting it. We're going to get our timing down going forward, guys. Bear with us. But we're moving right into a little college football action. First game we're going to be breaking down is going to be Alabama taking on Florida State. Everybody knows Alabama is going to be a good team this year. There's no denying that. The question mark that everyone's wondering, what Florida State are we going to get this year? Are we going to get the Florida State team last year that wanted to screw the NCAA and really didn't care, and they had no care about their season at all? Let's be honest. Alabama's not that program. DeBoer going into his second year. They're projected to have a very big season. JD, you were money on Alabama all year last year. So we have to start with you. What do you like in this one? And Thomas, before I kick it to JD, you know the Clemson game is one of the next ones we're doing. So stay tuned. We will be covering Clemson LSU, and of course we will be covering Texas Ohio State. JD, Alabama, Florida State. What you got?
You know what? I had to go find a comment that actually Jabo said to start the show. And that's this one right here. I'm actually gonna put it up here on the screen. And he is talking about my hats, and actually when football season starts. Jabo knows me well, so I'm gonna do a little hat change here.
There we go.
Gonna have to put on that actually Roll Tide hat. Let me take off this comment before I forget to do it. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, man. Start off with here on the Bama side. Our guy Ty Simpson, he has sat back and he has waited. He sat back and waited for his turn. It's nice to see somebody actually do that. Because everybody now, everybody transfers 3 or 4 times now, and to just wherever they can play. So it is like cool to see a guy actually sit back, learn everything, and wait his turn. And it is now his turn. So he is going to be a first-year guy here, as far as the starter goes. But he really shouldn't look like one. I am thinking that he's going to fit right in. This actually should be a very seamless fit here. As far as Alabama, as far as their running back group, honestly, on paper, it is a little weak. But I do expect them to still be fine there, especially in this first game versus Florida State. Now, as far as Florida State, everybody knows last year they were horrible. They were as far as in baseball terms, like we say, they were dog shit.
Dog shit. Best way to put it.
Yeah. And to be honest, as far as quotes from them, the coaches, players, everybody, we're hearing all the right things. Like they are saying all the right things here. But damn, this is a tough first game.
And man, one thing I think about that as well, we kind of talked about it earlier. Teams that had a lot of guys coming back have performed very well to start. Do you know how many new players are on this Florida State team that were not on the roster last year? 51.
I was about to say
51 new players. That's a whole overhaul. That's a brand new everything.
Yep. That was actually my very next point, is that this is basically a brand new team.
Yeah.
And I have major questions about how quick they will gel, especially in this first game. As far as the offense goes, they're going up against an Alabama defensive line that is great. I mean, they are literally great. Like I just have that in actually big, bold, and actually all caps. Great. And then as far as their linebacking core, they are loaded there too. And then when we move to the FSU offense, I was trying to figure out, what's like, how do they win this game? Like, where do they have an edge at? And really, as far as the deep ball, there's really all I can come up with here.
Yep.
As far as the secondary goes, that's, I guess, like the Bama's, weak point. Which shouldn't really be that weak, but I mean, like it is their weakest point. And if that's what FSU has to actually do here, I think it's gonna be a long day for them. I think it's gonna be a very long day for them. Saying as far as the FSU defense, they should be much better than last year.
Can't be much worse.
I was about to say they literally couldn't be much worse, but they really should be a lot better. But once again, in this first game, just how well are they going to gel and be ready to actually go here against an actual offense like this? As long as Bama plays anywhere near the level they can play, then I like them in each way here. The numbers have actually gone up since I gave these bets out. You can still get both of these numbers. You have to pay just a little more juice. But I am on Bama first half at actually -7 because if I don't think a team is going to necessarily gel and play the best in the whole game, then in the first half I definitely don't think that.
Agreed.
So I am taking Bama in the first half, and I did take Bama full game minus 13 and a half here. As far as 14, we all know that number's key. So as far as getting under that is, something that you want to do.
David, good timing, brother. That's the next game. But before we get to that one, we're still on Alabama FSU, and I have a couple things to say about both of these teams.
Hang on. One thing. I do have to pull.
Sure.
I'm not sure if Tater was talking about me. If it's a gut bet.
Oh no, I think the comment right before is Alabama gets the win, but FSU covers. He's just talking about his point. Not saying you're gut betting without money. He ain't doing it. I got you, Tater. Don't worry, I got you. You ain't going after JD. Come on, JD. It's Tater. Don't get like that. Over to this game, guys. Over to this game. Alabama's returning a lot of big-name players. We all know who's coming back for this team. Star receiver Ryan Williams. He is a big-time receiver for this program. Going up against a Florida State defense that's an entirely new defense. I do think Florida State's going to struggle. They have a new quarterback as well, which is really going to help them. It's the kid from Boston College. He was very good at Boston College, but yet again, he played at Boston College. The level of competition is not the same. Thomas Castellanos is his name, and he was a very big transfer addition. But guys like that, I do think are going to take some time. And going up against an SEC defense like Alabama in his first game with Florida State is a tough task, a very difficult task. Now, the spread is a very high spread, and that would scare me if we were taking Alabama here, because when you take a look at the history of these two teams, Florida State has won 11 of the last 13 games these two have played, which is crazy here, which is crazy. The Alabama Tide are trying to buck the trend against the Seminoles, who have lost 11 of their last 13 games. So we've seen a lot of success from them here. Alabama also has struggled on the road. That was their Achilles heel last year. Last year, they lost 4 games in total. All 4 were road games: Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and then the bowl game to Michigan. So I would be a little hesitant, but it's the second year for Kalen DeBoer. So I do expect this team to be better in the second year with DeBoer. I'm not comfortable taking Alabama on the spread. If I were to pick a spread in this game, right now with the way the line is moved, you can get a plus 14.5 on Florida State. That's the side I would lean. I also lean the over in this game. I think we're going to see a lot of points, but my official play is going to be a play on Alabama. I don't care how their defense looks. I think they're going to put up points in bunches. You can get Alabama team total over 30.5, and that's exactly what I'm playing. I think they will put up a ton of points. No matter how this game plays out, Alabama, to me, is going to score points. So give me Alabama on the team total over 30.5. Definitely my favorite play from this game. Let's see what Joe's doing here. Chat's going crazy. I got to catch up to read what's going on here. What are you saying, Joe? You did irresponsible things with the 5 you play the Discord. You're either eating ice or Brazilian steakhouse. Let me tell you something, Joe. Let me tell you something. You talking about a little Fogo de Chao? Because we win this. Me and JD also like Fogo de Chao. So you can take both of us to go eat there, because we love us some Brazilian steakhouse. JD, anything else you want to add on this game before we get into the biggest game of the weekend?
Yeah, one other thing. We actually have our guy Ben here in the chat. And as far as like FSU, man, I'm not saying that I'm down on them as far as the season goes, because there are some spots that I'm definitely looking to actually back them. To me, this is just this game. Like I just do not think this is a good spot to start the season.
I agree, especially with all those new players, right? It's going to take time. It just is.
For sure.
All right, JD. Well, I lied. I said we're getting to the cream of the crop in the next
game
in between. I know. I went to go hype it up and I fucked it up. So everyone out there, I apologize. You got to wait a little bit longer. But JD, you ready to dive in to the second college football breakdown of the day?
Yes, sir.
All right, get out your hat for the next 2 teams, because we're going to be covering LSU versus Clemson. And man, this is another banger, guys. 9th-ranked LSU coming into this game against the 4th-ranked Clemson Tigers. Clemson's home in this spot. JD, I'm going to start this one with you, because this is a crazy early SEC dogfight from LSU. Then you got Clemson coming out of the ACC, 2 major conferences. What do you like here?
Man, tomorrow is just filled with good games. I mean, just back to back to back.
Great games.
Okay. I'm going to start this out with, as far as Clemson, I am extremely high on them. As far as just the whole just actually like as far as the whole season goes. So if I sound a little biased, I like could be here. I'm just like I said, I'm just very high.
At least you admit it. At least you
Yeah.
admit
So I'm just starting out there, and it's not like I'm a huge fan actually like of this team or anything like that. Like I just the team as itself, the way the roster is, how the moves they've made, I just think that they are a very good team. So starting out, I'm gonna say this also. Cade, he is my Heisman.
Is he?
He is.
I wasn't sure which quarterback you'd say because the other side is my Heisman.
He is not mine. Yes, but Cade is. He is my pick to win the Heisman. As far as actually like wide receivers, he has 3 elite guys to actually throw to this season, and I think he's going to have a great year. Thing to go along with that is they're going to have a good ground game also.
Yeah.
And I think specifically in this game versus this LSU team, I think that they're going to be able to run the ball. As far as this LSU defense, this game, I'm like worried for him here because I'm worried that they're going to have trouble against the run and the pass, which is obviously not going to be a good thing. As far as this LSU team, they're not somebody I'm like really down on. They are also one of those teams where I am going to be backing some, but just not in this matchup here. So really, I think that the LSU safeties, I think they're going to have a rough night. I think you're going to see them get actually beat quite a few times. Then as far as the Clemson, as far as their defense, as far as their defensive line, it's pretty nasty. As far as last year, as far as the Clemson, as far as their defense, was not the best. Because actually last year we actually saw them give up a lot more points than we usually do.
Yeah.
This year, I think they're going to be a much better team, especially against the run, which actually they had trouble with that last year. I definitely expect Clemson to actually air the ball out here. I think they're going to do really well here, but I still think they're going to be able to run also. And then I think that their defensive line should just absolutely eat here.
I agree.
So, yeah, give me Clemson here, man.
Man, have you seen the stat on how LSU has done in their last 5 season openers?
Yes, they have not won.
Not won a single one. The last time they won an opening game of their season, 2019, when they beat Georgia Southern 55-3. They have struggled mightily in their opening games when they've played any quality competition. I agree with you. Clemson has a lot of guys returning. They are going to be at home, and they should have a huge performance against this LSU team. I don't feel the same about Cade Klubnik to win the Heisman. I think he's a fantastic quarterback. However, I think Nussmeier has a real chance. I think as the season progresses, he's going to have a monster year, but it's not going to start in this game. He may still have a big game, but I do see Clemson winning this one. I'm not touching the spread of this 4.5 line. Feels a little fishy to me. I'm taking the money line in Clemson, and I'm parlaying them with Tulane money line. If you guys watched this show last year and you knew how much we followed Tulane, that was my sleeper team of the year. They made waves, literally green waves, all season long. They're a phenomenal program. And you can get that parlay right now at a plus 135 on the money line on each. Tulane is hosting Northwestern. They are a 4.5-point favorite. Clemson, also a 4.5-point favorite. The line, the number 4.5 is not a good number that I like to bet on the spread there. So for me, I wanted to find a way to take each team that I am very confident will at least win the game. That's the way I am approaching it. So yet again, the parlay is going to be Clemson on the money line with Tulane on the money line, and you can get it at a plus 135 odds. Definitely a play I absolutely love on this slate. And Moody, the green wave, have been phenomenal to us. Let's have that happen yet again. And J-Bo remembers the Tulane days last year, man. I believe they were 11-1 in their first 12 games against the spread. They were the best team, ATS last year. Where'd their quarterback go? He went somewhere. He went somewhere big. Let me look it up. I got to look it up. I'm sorry, guys. Thoughts going through my
I'm
head.
not
He
sure.
was phenomenal.
But no, yeah, while you're
Tulane.
doing that, like, no, people don't understand. You were literally on them every single week. Like,
And do you know who the quarterback is for them this year?
I actually don't.
BYU. The BYU
Really?
quarterback who got basically kicked out of BYU because he had sex with someone. That's what happened to him. Let's be honest. Period. Of the story. That's what happened to Jake Retzlaff. But he is now the quarterback of Tulane. Last year, their quarterback was Darian Mensah. He was unbelievable, but he did transfer to Duke, moved up a program. So Mensah is going to be Duke, maybe a team to look at, guys, because Mensah is an absolute dog. Yeah. Tulane, JD, do you know the answer to that? Let's see if you know.
Yes.
Tulane location. We're going to confirm here. We're going to confirm. Big news, you're both correct. It is near New Orleans.
I was about to say.
All right. Thank you, Thomas. I like the parlay as well. All right, JD. Now, I said it a little too early before.
Now's the game.
Now's the game. We're going to get into the meat and the potatoes, the game of the weekend. We have the Texas Longhorns going to Ohio State, taking on them Buckeyes. Noon kickoff. Everyone knows the storyline of this game. Heisman Trophy contender Arch Manning will make his third career collegiate start. He played in 10 games last year, started 2 of them, and he made a couple brief appearances when they played the Buckeyes last year, had an 8-yard carry. But this is going to be a big test going into Ohio State, taking on these Buckeyes in the Week 1 showdown. Jeremiah Smith, probably the best receiver in college football, has returned to Ohio State. He will still be there. And he is poised for an absolutely huge season. Quarterbacking Ohio State this year is going to be Julian Sayin. It's going to be his first career start. He is a sophomore. He took 27 snaps last year. Didn't have a ton of action, but it is his team in 2025. JD, we got the number 1 ranked team in the nation, the Texas Longhorns. We have the number 3 team in the nation, the Ohio State Buckeyes. What do you take?
Yeah, man, this is just a fun game. This is an interesting game to break down, I think, in like 2 different ways. I mean, you have like the teams, them like selves, you have that breakdown, but then just the line, like just take everything else like away from actually that and just trying to break down what this line says. To me, like that is also fun. But I'm going to wait and save that part till the end.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, just trying to share this out so everybody can.
I just did the same thing, so I understand that.
So everybody can get in here for it. Here we go. But okay, so it's like Arch time, guys. It is finally time. He is here. He is going to be the starter for the Texas Longhorns, and myself, and I'm sure like everybody, is very pumped to see what he can do.
Absolutely.
Just like Alpha said, though, man, this is a tough first road start.
Yeah.
This is a tough place to actually go and play. It actually really is. The thing that for him is that he can make plays. He's fun to watch. He can make plays, and he can do it with his legs also. And that's why, even though it is such a such a tough first road start, I do think that helps him out. That he's not just going to sit there just barely move and just kind of throw. Like, he's going to be moving around. He's going to be doing all that kinds of shit. No, Tater, he's not going to play like Peyton or Eli. Well, at least he's not going to stand there and just get hit.
That's all they did, Peyton and Eli. They just stood there and got hit, JD. Don't insult the greatest.
Well, I'm just
great in Eli Manning.
I'm actually just saying, like, as far as how they actually play,
I'm teasing.
Yes, no. He's
mobile.
Yes,
he's mobile.
He is. He can definitely move. So these teams, just like we've talked about a lot of teams, they have a ton of new guys. Yes. Except when you look at all of these new guys, these are all like gonna be NFL guys. So that's where the difference is here compared to a lot of those other games. What I'm very excited to see is who has the edge between this new Texas offensive line and then the Ohio State defensive line.
Brand new Ohio State defensive line as well.
Correct. I think this game kind of hinges on that.
Yep.
because that's the matchup that I'm ready to see. Because as far as this defensive line, they're just not going to be as good as they were last year. As far as like last year, they were great. And actually, this line is like not going to be bad, but they're just not going to be as good as last year. And then just like you said, Ohio State, we have actually Sayin making his start. He is home, but against this Texas defense, though, it's going to be another tough start, man.
Yep.
It really is. The thing for him is that he has a wide receiver group that is as good as you could ever ask for.
Yep.
So that's the plus as far as for actually him. So through just the first little part of the breakdown, we've seen kind of an edge for kind of both teams here. Wow, that's a long comment. I can't read all that right now.
I read half of it and thought it was very quality, and it goes to what I'm going to be betting, so I'm going to be putting it up on the screen.
I guess I'm going to read it then.
It's going to cover my whole face. It's kind of weird. But he's very right about this, guys. Read it. Texas ranked 16th in the pass protection. Last year, the Buckeyes ranked second in pressure rate. Buckeyes lost 4 starters to the NFL, but Buckeyes are returning more experience, the best offensive players, and they have 2 to 3 studs on the defense. You're absolutely right with Caleb Downs, with Smith, and David is taking his Buckeyes. I can definitely respect that.
All right. Well, this is kind of what I'm looking at here. As far as the Ohio State defensive line, just like I said, I really don't think they're going to be anywhere as good as last year. The worry for me is in this game that they're not going to be able to get much of a pass rush, which is not going to be good. As far as the offensive line, as far as the defensive line, I think the Longhorns have the edge on actually both of those. Then we get down to Texas has been a very public dog. And they are the number 1 team in the country playing the number 3 team in the country. And the number 3 team has been favored. Now, when I broke this game down, when I started writing my notes, the odds had changed. Now, this is an actual pick'em game now.
The line is so weird. The line is so weird in this game.
So the line is down to an actual pick'em game. You know what? But what I was going to say is a lot of people are not backing Texas because they say they are a public dog. But this is why the line makes sense to me. Because you have to, when you're making a line, you have to put in home field. Now, everybody for home field these days, if everybody, like I know as far as actually like, as far as in the like NFL for like ever, it was 3 points. Like everybody just gave 3 points. Well, these days things have changed. Just as far as all that goes. But as far as college football, as far as like 2.5, all right, there's what that would be an average home field. Now there's going to be some places where it's going to be less than that. There's going to be some places where it's going to be more than that. As far as playing at Ohio State, it's going to be more than that. I'm going to give them at least a solid 3 there. So when you're looking at this line, so say if you just look at where it is now, this is a pick'em line. So on a neutral field, you're saying that Texas is actually a 3-point favorite on a neutral field. And to me, that makes perfect sense.
I would agree to that as well.
So that's where the line, everybody was like, I don't want to back Texas, public dog, I want to back Ohio State. I just don't think that was a very good reason, because even where the line was at, if you take out the home field, you're still saying Texas is the little bit better team. So anyway, that's why the whole number 1 versus number 3 public sides, all that. That's why it all still made sense, because you gotta take in that home field there.
Yeah, one point on that, JD. I did want to add, when do you think the last time Ohio State lost a home game was? In general, any home game.
I'm not even sure.
2022 to get against Michigan, and that's a rivalry game.
Michigan.
And that's a big rivalry game. So you're absolutely correct. The home factor, especially in college, especially at Ohio State, is massive. It's massive.
You know what? David is making some good points, man. David is making some great points in the chat. Sorry.
We both clicked at the
Yeah,
same time. That's so funny.
He said you have to deep dive into the coaching in this game. I totally agree, man. And that's my last point on this game. At the end of the day, as far as these quarterbacks, I actually trust Arch on the road here more. And I also trust this Texas coaching staff more, especially to make changes in the second half. That goes for the whole coaching staff as far as actually like coordinators and actually everybody here. I think that they have a big edge there. So yeah, man, I honestly going into this game, I did not think I was going to be on this side. But after breaking everything down, this is where I ended up at, and give me the Longhorns here.
Yep. I'm on the opposite side, JD. We are on opposite ones here. I'm on the Buckeyes at home. I do think they'll have a big performance at home. I think the home factor is absolutely massive here. Ohio State's not getting a lot of respect because they lost 8 of their 11 defensive starters, but the guys that they have kept are big, meaningful players, and some of the guys they brought in are absolute dudes and dogs in there as well. I think this game's going to be very close. This one's going to go very close. And yes, error there. You guys are right. It was in 2024. I read that one wrong. Was their last loss. And then the one before that was in 2022. So 2 home losses in 3 seasons. They've been fantastic at home. That was going to continue here. I think they're going to have a big performance, like I said. I do think Sayin is going to have a little bit of a tough first half. But I also think Arch is going to have a little bit of a tough first half. Speaking about the total in this game, a lot of people like the under. Everybody seems to love the under in this matchup, and I just don't feel that way. I know it's 2 defensively strong teams, but these are 2 phenomenal, explosive offenses. If I were to pick any total in this game, it would absolutely be the over 46.5. I've seen everyone and their mother post they're on the under in this game, not just in the chat here, but all over social media. I lean the over for sure. That's the only side I would play on the total. But when it comes down to the money line in my official play on this game, I am going to be taking Ohio State in the day game, in the noon kickoff, to have a massive performance. Everyone enjoy this game. We don't usually get to see a game like this early in the season, week 1, without a lot of notes on either team, without really knowing a ton about either team with all the transfer additions. Both these teams lost so many starters. So I love Ohio State in this game. I think the home factor is going to be massive, and that's absolutely what I am going to be playing here. JD, we're about to get into something I'm excited for. But before we do, anything else you want to add on this game or anything from any of the games we talked about today?
No, man.
David, I'm holding you to that. Haram's is a restaurant near me, and David absolutely love it. Hot dog place, phenomenal. If you're in North Jersey, check it out.
Nice. No, man, I think that's it. It's just going to be a really fun day. Really fun day.
Absolutely. Excited. We are fully back in the swing of college football, and we're just a couple days away from the NFL action as well. JD, it's about that time, brother. You ready?
It's that time.
Let's get into a little best bets. But wait, it seems a little different today, JD.
It is a little
different.
It is a little different.
We are proud to announce, guys, we have a new sponsor of the show, and Best Bets every single day is going to be presented by Funded Stake. Funded Stake is a company where you take a challenge, guys. You pass one of their challenges, and you are able to get funded with their money and bet with their money and keep a portion of the returns. JD, we've said it on the show a bunch of times before. There are similar companies that have done this out there that you guys know. But with Funded Stake, they have way more options than anyone else you're going to see in the field. They have SGPs. They have a ton of different plays you can make. They have live action as well. And they're a company where you pass one of their challenges, like I said, and you will be able to get funded and gamble with their money and keep a portion of the return. JD, I think we have something to show the people about it as well.
Yes, we do. We're gonna show you all a small clip here that's just gonna tell you a little bit more, and then we're gonna get into the site, and then we're gonna place our best bets on there.
Absolutely.
The ultimate platform for sports traders looking to unlock their potential without risking their own money. We're here to help you transform your sports betting skills into a profitable and sustainable business. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Fun and Stake gives you the tools and capital to scale your success. Here's how it works. 1. Choose your account. Pick an account size that fits your needs, starting from $1,000 all the way up to $50,000. Your journey starts here. 2. Take the challenge. Hit the profit target while sticking to our risk management rules. For example, with a $10,000 account, aim for $3,300 in profit, place a minimum of 25 sports bets, and maintain the required daily and total loss limits. 3. Get funded. Once you pass the challenge, we'll provide the capital for you to trade. You can keep up to 80% of your profits while we take on all the financial risks. At fundedstake.io, you'll benefit from a fully personalized dashboard where you can monitor your trades, track your challenge progress, and place real-time bets on all major sports leagues. Our platform is built for transparency, ease of use, and performance. With fundedstake.io, you can focus on winning and scaling your success while we cover the risks. No financial stress, just growth and profits. Fundedstake.io. Bet smarter, scale faster, win bigger.
Funded Stake. There was a little bit more for y'all, but now let's show you the fun part. I'm going to share my screen here. This is what the website actually looks like. As actually Alpha said, we have seen a bunch of these in the past. We got the chance to work with these guys, and we decided to take that because we like this one more than any of those. There are a lot more options. There's just a lot of things here. But like Alpha said, you can now live bet. Your live bets count. You can also do SGPs. There is a lot here. There's a lot to go over. We can't really go over everything in one single day. So we're going to try to give y'all new, actually, like small bits over these next few days here.
Absolutely.
But as far as, before we get into the actual games, as far as the rewards section, though, I honestly think this is really cool.
Absolutely.
As far as the reward shop, you can see that here, and this is like the challenges, like you've seen these. You can do a 1K challenge, 5K, 10K, a 20K, a 50K, and then actually up to 100K. And normally you actually buy these, and as far as the price, you see that there. But through Funded Stake, you can actually buy them with actually points now actually also. And to get those points, I think is honestly fairly easy to actually do. I mean, just by an actual follow them on actually IG, and you get 1,500 points. You know, there's actually like a bunch here. I mean, if you follow them,
the reward system's unbelievable.
Yeah.
There's not many companies that give you guys reward systems so you can get into their challenges and do things. If you guys take time, go in here, participate in the Instagram contest you can see right there. Follow them on TikTok right there. Follow them on Facebook right there. Follow them on X/Twitter. Post a review if you enjoy the product. You're going to earn enough points to do a free challenge. A free challenge. Take advantage of this, guys. Nobody else is offering a reward system where you can use those points to enter their challenges. It's a very unique platform, JD. I had to jump in there and add that.
Yeah, for sure. There's one of the cool parts. One of the things that I like about it is when you pay for one of these challenges, you get everything. They don't try to upsell you to be able to, to bet live games or anything like that. When you buy the challenge, you have access to everything. So that's one of the things that I like. And the live games, I'm actually going to go there now just to show y'all how that looks. Looks like we have, as far as some actually like tennis matches here going on. Now, actually, these are live. And you can place these and use these for your actual challenge. So this is a live tennis match, and this is as far as an ITF match. So they have every league too, and they have every soccer league you could ever think of, every tennis league. But here, you can bet, of course, as far as the money line goes, you can bet games, you can bet the game spread, tons of options there.
JD, I'm putting this up in front of you here. Tater and the boys are requesting a live betting to show them how to do it. Should we make our first official play, a JD live tennis bet for our official challenge?
Let's do it. Let's see if we can get.
You did sound so excited. Let's be real. Everyone heard that out of you. We did not hear the excitement, but let's see what they have in the live field, because this is something
I was about to say,
differs.
I actually love to do it, but I'm not watching any of these games. Okay, here we go.
Said you have to either live bet or cluck, so you got to pick one.
Gosh, hang on. Let me look at this. I wanted to be on Arthur. Here,
give you $5. Give you $5 if you pronounce that correctly. Arthur's last name.
Render Connection.
Nailed it. I owe you $5.
Let me see here. Let me pull up. Where is that? Okay. They're in the third set. He's already up a break in the third set. My handicap, like I said, I'm not watching this match now, guys. We're obviously doing a show. But
What do you mean?
But I would assume that Bonzi is probably looking a little tired now. That's what I would expect here. So out of these options here, the fourth set, which will obviously be the next set, I would like to think that actually Arthur can finish this out here. So let's take him on the fourth set money line. Take that live at minus 127. We actually at minus 122 now. There we go. Let me stop that. Take the minus 122.
We're huge Arthur Rinderknecht fans now.
Yeah, we are. We have to be now. So let's place that. There
How
we go.
easy that was.
And it looks just like a sports book would. Like that's what I actually like about it. So now we can go over to my bets and look, there's in there. Live fourth set money line, got him at minus 122. And there's your odds and actually how much was placed there.
There we go.
But now, yeah, guys, I just want to show you how many options there are here. When you go into each game, so let's just go to a baseball game. Let's just go to the Phillies and Braves game here. You have so many options. Of course, you can bet the money line. You can bet the first 3 innings line, the first 5 innings line, the first 7 innings line. They have player props. They have actually home like runs. As far as the total bases. Just there are so many options, guys, and actually that's why I love this site. Just if there's anything that you could ever want to place, you're gonna be able to actually find it here. I want to get down to so as far as your player bases, as far as their strikeouts, you can even bet walks here, guys. Doubles, their earned runs, hits, HRR, the hits allowed. Then as far as the home runs, there's actually that. Who did we like? It was
Pasquantino.
That's
in the Royals game.
We actually wanted Castellanos. You can actually get him here at plus 522, guys.
And the odds were plus 500 on FanDuel earlier.
Yeah, so there you go. Plus.
Yeah, look what Joe is saying here. The live odds that he has on that tennis play that we just put in there is minus 252 that he took for him to win the fourth set. We got it at minus 122, guys. This is one of the few platforms that you can take challenges with that do live betting. That's why we really like it. The options are endless here.
So, yeah, there's another thing. So, not going to go through all of the other things, but actually, y'all get the actual point here that if there's any type of bet, and this goes for all sports, man, I say we go ahead and put our best bets in.
Let's do it, brother. You sure you don't want to pull up those water polo lines? I know you're a big water polo capper.
I mean, I am a big.
Let's I like how you started. You go, I am a big. Didn't even go through with it. I love it. But they've had freaking water polo guys. I mean, maybe not. Looks like the World Championship Women's. They don't have any current lines on, but I don't think that's going to upset anyone here, to be completely honest with you.
But you can bet MMA, lacrosse. I mean, yeah, they have everything.
Yep.
Darts. Like I actually know people that actually like to bet darts. So.
Me too. It's wild. I can.
Yeah. I can't do that. But anyway.
Right. Gerald's about to be super excited because I'm not going to be giving out as many best bets while we're doing these challenges. So, JD, let's put our best bets in there.
All right. Do you want to go first?
Yes, sir.
Which league do you want me to go to?
I'm going to do my first best bet's going to be an MLB. Do you have any MLB best bets? You know what mine is. We went over the one game. You know what my best bet's going to be. The Royals, baby.
I'm going to take the Royals.
Minus 120.
Minus 120.
Yeah, it's minus 122 on FanDuel right now. So better odds again.
And how minus 120? And how many plays are you going to give out?
It's a great question, JD. That's a great question. I have one more for the people.
Okay. So if we're going to both give out 2, we're going to put 2,000 on each play then.
Let's do it.
Place bet. There we go. I'm going to go to that same game and go ahead and give one of mine. Mine is going to be the over, guys. We should be able to get a decent price on the over 9. As soon as I get down to it. Total runs.
Total runs.
Yeah, let me take the over 9 at -113. Not that much.
I think I see an 8 at the
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's not do that.
Let's not do the 8.
Let's not do that. All right. So where is your next play?
College football. And Tater has a question. Do they have a search option? Yes, they have a search option.
Yes.
You could always Control F as well and find anything on the page. Find it that way.
So going to American football. Look, they even have the CFL, guys.
Even Europe League, too.
They even have, UFL.
Let's go.
College football. Okay.
Bama game for me. Bama team total over 30.5 is what I took it at earlier, but a couple of people said it's moved up to 31.5. If the line is better odds at 31.5, I don't mind that. I'll still take that.
And as far as Tater, the search bar is right there. You don't even have to type in the full name. So I started to type it, and then it comes up here. So you're taking the Bama. You said their team total over?
Yep. Either 30.5. I prefer, obviously, 30.5. That's what it was before the show. But people are saying it's moved up to 31.5. So I'm happy with it at 31.5 as well.
This is one I need to figure out where it's at. Team total. Alabama over 31.5 -113.
Yep. Let's do it.
It's good. $2,000 there. Place that bet. Now, what am I going to do, guys? What am I going to give out here?
I'm really hoping it's not Texas.
No.
Only because I'm really rooting for our best bets, especially in the Fun Stakes Challenge. We want to show you guys how you can win one of these. So I don't really want to be rooting against my own bet here, JD. In Ohio State.
We're gonna go to the Georgia Tech game. That game is tonight, guys.
Yep.
Which way do I want to take this? I'm going to go with the same route as you, man. I'm actually going to take their team total over.
There we go. There we go.
Georgia Tech. Let's go over 27.5 -125.
There we go.
As far as the Georgia Tech side, I also do not mind that, but I do think that they put up points tonight. I do think that this offense is going to be playing a little faster than actually most people think. But now, go back to my bets, guys. See what we have in. So we have mine. One of my bets is that Georgia Tech team total over 27.5. We got Alpha. One of his for college football is the Alabama team total over 31.5. Then we got mine in baseball. It's going to be that Royals and the Tigers over 9. Then Alpha's going to that same game, except he's taking the Royals on the money line. And then remember, we do have a live bet going. Arthur, we have him, 4th set, live. Let me see where they're at here.
Yeah, I was pulling that up as well.
They'll be starting the 4th set fairly soon. So,
yeah,
make sure to get on that. We are back. Glad that everybody sat there through that with us. This is our first day doing it, so we have some, kinks kind of like work out there. Yeah, man, that was fun. But yeah, as far as Fun at Stake, if you're on YouTube, there's a link right down there. You can click on that. But you can go to fundedstake.io and make sure to use promo code MBM20. That will get you 20% off. So if y'all want to take advantage of that, definitely do.
And remember, JD, tell them about the Discord. We have a whole channel that's going to be for Fun to Stake. You guys can talk about all of your challenges together and work together to pass the challenge. We had a ton of people who were successful at doing these challenges in the past in our Discord. So make sure you guys get in there, the MoneyBall Metrics Discord, and take advantage of that.
For sure. we definitely will be having that. And yeah, last time that we did something, similar to this, we did have quite a few guys that actually passed and actually got through it. This one is set up a little bit different than the one in the past. I like this one more. I think it's a little bit
more options.
I was just about to say easier is not the word I want to use, but yeah, there's definitely more options for it. So
100%.
Definitely like it. Tater, appreciate you. Tater's in the Discord. As far as our guy Mason, he's actually in the Discord. Everybody's saying do it, but yeah, guys. Yeah. Do you have anything else as far as funded goes?
Nothing in terms of funded stake. Where you guys are going to be seeing a lot of them. They're the new proud sponsor of Best Bet, and you guys know we do best bets every single day. So join us on this journey. Let's get you guys funded and let's have fun together doing it. JD, we've been on here for a long time today. We broke down a lot of games. It's the football show, though. Fridays are always the longest show we're going to have, especially when NFL is here. JD, we have a beautiful slate tonight. There's only one person who can get us into the weekend slate. Oh, we do have one announcement as well.
Yes, we do. There's actually two things I want to say. First thing, as far as the MBM team, prices are going up Monday. If you go ahead and get in now, your price is locked in. Your price will not move. Your price will stay the same for as long as you're here with us. So if you're going to, I'm not sure what Joe meant by that, but it was kind of funny. Even though I didn't know exactly what he actually meant there. Yeah, guys, this is a great time to get in. And like I said, you can get through there, get in through Sunday night to take advantage of that. Second thing, guys, I hope everybody has a great, Labor Day?
Yeah, I always fuck up Labor Day, Memorial Day. It's the L1. It's the Labor Day.
Okay. Hope everybody has a great Labor Day. Everybody have a great Monday. Let's all take Monday off, and we will be back here and see y'all Tuesday. And at that point, it is football every day. There will not be a show that does not have at least one football game on it. But believe me, we're still going to be doing baseball. We're still going to be doing everything, but there will be football on every show.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
You
broke it down beautifully.
I like to think we hit everything. It has been a long show, man.
I need some lunch, brother. You got to do the thing.
Yeah, it's Friday. It's the weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. Let's all go out. Let's have some fun. And let's do that thing that we do. Let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win, baby. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Everybody enjoy Labor Day. And by the time we get to Labor Day, we're all going to be rich from all these winners. Let's cash the hell out. We appreciate every single one of you who's been with us all day and continues to be with us every day. JD, see you Tuesday, brother.
See you then, man.
Let's fucking win. Peace out.